kickoff after dark. UMass will kick off and will be underway. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Falcons offense is on the field for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Looking to throw, it's Pine. That's reeled in, it's Garcia.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. We run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Falcons come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. So UMass offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got a man, it's Hardy. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Jordan. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
Punt is on its way. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Trying play action. Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Hogan. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off-play action on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Sharp. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And the Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Looking to throw, it's Pine. Makes the grab. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
The Falcons line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harding. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Jordan. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed over the middle, it's Harding. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
UMass has a long, long way to go here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
UMass will line up to punt it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Pine. Good timing on the quick out. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game, and how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Hogan. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Grab near the sticks. It's Middleton. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Alumni Stadium.
And the Falcons will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Looking for blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Low-scoring 1st half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better 2nd half?
To the air, it's Jordan. Quarterback on the move, still looking. slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground, get what you can get, and live to play another day.
The Minutemen can explore that playbook on 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
UMass will line up to punt it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Gives it on the option.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. On the move, he fires. Pulls it in, it's Middleton. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44, a big-time pickup on that one. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Now on the option.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Dropping back, it's Pine. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The Falcons are marching down the field. To the air on 1st down. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. That's the end of the period. Bowling Green is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
On the ground, it's McMillan. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The ricochet off the left upright and through. And that will extend their lead even further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UMass offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
The Minutemen with a ton of work to do here on third down. Bring in the heat. Unleashes one. Got a man. It's Gibson. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Floats it out in space. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and you're just running at a time where you can have these small gains where the clock continues to run. This offense definitely got to have some urgency. Down late in the game, I need to force some plays, Paul. We're probably down the field.
And if you're the defense, you can have that all day. We're going to play big zones. We're going to keep the ball in front of us. We've got the lead. You're going to have to make catches like that and make us miss, but you want to keep throwing those little dink and dunk throws? Have at it, because if you keep doing that, we're going to win the game. Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's the heat. Got his man downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Game on the line. Offense has the ball. Down 1 score. Time winding down. What is better than this? Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Scanning the field, it's Jordan. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is it fires toward the end zone? And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.